Surviving Reality contains explicit content full of snark and sarcasm that may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Reality.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and this is Married at First Sight, Season 20, Episodes 4, 5, and 6. We're going to try to do them all in one go.
We'll try. Yes, this is From I Do to Island Views, Swim Socks and Love on the Rocks, and New Home Keys and Jet Skis.
Okay, I do like the names of these seasons, or these
I was
episodes.
gonna say,
I feel like they're doing really good with that.
I was going to say these sound like early 2000s blogs. It would be Swim Socks and Love on the Rocks, New Home Keys and Jet Skis.
Oh, that would definitely be Adam's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If he was a blogger.
Definitely.
Back in like the early, like to mid 2000s, right?
Yes. There would be no recipe without a huge long-winded story in front of it.
All
it would
about his jet skiing events of the day.
Yes, all of the things.
How his pickleball match went.
The results of the tournament that I do not actually care to find out the results. I'm just here for the macaroni and cheese recipe, and that's all I came for.
You think he's making it?
Oh, no,
from
she
scratch?
would be making easy mac. Yeah, so I'm expecting him to be making macaroni and cheese from scratch then.
I don't think he eats dairy.
I don't think he eats anything. I think he just chews on different leaves and sticks and
cane
twigs.
sugar.
Yeah. He eats like a panda bear or like a koala, eucalyptus leaves.
No. You know what I think? What was that doc we watched about the guy who would only eat raw meat?
Oh, yeah, it was not Tiger King.
It was
Liver King.
Liver King.
Yes.
I think he's on the Liver King diet.
Liver King diet, definitely. Yeah, he's got his liver pills for sure. That's what's going on. Well, let's just jump right in with Adam and Marissa. Like, where else would we begin? Clearly, we're going to start with them.
No shocker that they slept together on the first
Well, there might
night.
have been some shocker. We don't know. The cameras weren't there for all of it. There was some in the pink. I don't know how much was in the stink, you know?
This was our prediction.
It's true. It's true. Lots of sexual chemistry.
I think it's only sexual chemistry.
Is there anything else of substance for this relationship, though?
They're never talking about anything that is like about their personal lives or the life they want to build together or their opinions on things.
They do shit on the other couples, though. So having a common enemy, something to agree upon, and something we do know that can bond. That can make a tight bond.
I will say.
Just saying.
I don't like Adam.
Yeah.
But when he was like, hey, what do you think of the other couples?
What do you think of the other couples who just needs to pack it up and
I was like,
send it home?
Excuse me, I'd like to pull up a chair and join this conversation because this is where I check in.
I wasn't gonna be finding much conversation that me and Adam would be able to connect on. That would be one that we could talk extensively for a little while, at least. Because, I think Adam's assessment, though, was Caitlin and Devin, I think, was where he was
dead on arrival.
I don't think he knows that Sean and Nikki are a married couple. If they told him that, he would be like, I thought they were producers. I thought they were just part of the show.
So I was also expecting him to say Sean and Nikki, but I think that they're putting on a front. A lot of the time when they're in front of other people.
Looks better. Okay, that's fair. I feel like Adam and Marissa are doing that too.
Oh, yeah.
This is all pretend. It's fake. It's not real.
This, to me, is reading like the girl that he broke up with before he came on the show, where they'd gone on like 6 dates and she thinks everything's going really, really well. And he's already written her off. Oh, but he's continuing to go on dates with her.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's something to do. He's not booked.
I think this is what he does. Like, I think would I enjoy going on a date with him? No. Do I believe that he thinks he's good at dating? Yes.
Yeah.
And this is like his playbook.
Well, and then that's the thing is we're like his character is very shallow. Mm-hmm. So like you can't really get that deep as far as getting to know him. And then once you do hit the bottom of that, it's like, okay, you do jet skis, you do pickleball. What else is going on? Like that's what you're planning to do until you retire?
I don't know if he's ready to admit, yes, and he's going to retire early, remember?
Yeah.
I don't think that he's ready to admit that is as deep as it goes.
That's the basis.
Like, there's not a lot else to his life.
Jet skis, pickleball, skiing,
rare steak. That's all of it.
That's about it.
And to be honest, Marissa, I don't think that well is that deep either.
No.
So I'm not sure if she's eventually going to start asking him for more, right? Like, okay, we've been having fun, but when are we going to have deeper conversations?
She seems like a lobotomized Stepford wife, sort of like that she could slot in and just do this with him.
You know, it's hard to tell when people are just on vacation because I think that there's a different expectation of what that time's going to look like.
Okay,
because they expect everyone to be like in a lighter mood, to be relaxed.
We don't have an agenda, a set agenda.
Casual.
Yeah.
And then you get home and you get into the chaos of life.
Yes.
And that's when you want to have a partner.
Okay.
And we're going to see how good of a partner Adam is in the real world.
What is the chaos? And that's what I'm saying. The chaos of this man's life is that his jet ski ran out of gas. Like, that's pretty much it. Is that the basis?
That's a devastating day.
Yeah. How would we ever recover from that? So I guess the question is, will Marissa ever get the ick? Because in this set of episodes, we saw the swim socks on full display, where Adam does not have a foot fungus. He just likes the feeling of wet socks on his feet when he swims, I guess.
I mean, that's worse.
That's
Substantially worse than if he had a foot fungus.
That is what I'm saying. Yeah. Because there are some concerns here. His reasoning that he gave, the legitimate reason that he gave, was that you never know when you need to perform some sort of athletic feat of strength. So he needs to have proper grip for that maneuver to take place.
I want a real answer.
I don't believe that at all.
No.
I don't believe him.
I'm telling you, he is a germaphobe. I think that he's worried about other people giving him foot fungus.
I feel like having a sock on your foot only makes that worse, because if you do come in contact with the fungus, I feel like it just festers in there now.
Or he's
with
going to
the
get
sock.
trench foot.
Yeah, like that's not good.
That's a serious concern.
That's not how you should be going about this. I don't think.
I don't think Marissa's ready to nurse you back to health. I don't think she knows how to deal with trench foot.
No.
Gangrene, whatever you're going to get.
I don't think she would know how to deal with most of this stuff. There are like quirky things that she's trying to do. I don't know if this is Adam making her do this or if this is her taking this on as like a quirky thing where he's not drinking. So she has to test all of his drinks now to make sure that there's not alcohol in them.
I didn't take that as her voluntarily doing that.
You didn't?
No.
Okay. I thought this was like a playful thing that they were doing that they have taken upon themselves, because she tried his iced coffee and she was like, it's just iced coffee. Yeah. And she had a alcoholic beverage on the beach.
Yeah, he's paranoid that there's alcohol in everything.
I think that might be it. Yeah. So maybe there is a contamination OCD element that's happening here a little bit.
I'm telling you, as an OCD girly, I'm starting to get a little concerned. Like, I'm seeing some things in Adam
patterns
that maybe need to be addressed.
We're seeing patterns.
Yeah.
We have follow-up questions we would need to assess.
No, the drink thing to me is giving King Joffrey, like Game of Thrones. Like, I think that he needs someone to test his food.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And you're now the official court food tester.
I feel like there has to be somebody else that's involved in that then, because I feel like
he's
just
like, it's okay
it to her,
if you drop to the floor.
Yeah,
someone poisoned you.
I need to make sure that I'm getting the proper dosages of gold and mercury into my diet. So I'm going to start that with you.
I expect my wife is willing to make that sacrifice.
We'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll reassess. But by the way, sharing steak by just picking it up off the plate, the whole chunk of it was like filet.
He doesn't use cutlery.
It was like filet mignon, and he picks it up with his hands and then hands it to her like she's trying to bite an apple. That's how it's presented to her, and she's like trying to get a piece of this, gets a piece eventually, and it's like, oh wow, that is really good.
Into the entire fillet of steak.
Yeah, it was not just a sliced, cut piece. So maybe, again, contamination. He was done with the steak, so he was like, yeah, here, you got to try this.
No, you're not going to eat off of my fork.
Yeah, he didn't want fork contamination that was happening there. Okay, I could see a trend emerging now. Maybe.
That was insanity to me. When he picked the entire thing up and tried to put it in her mouth.
Yeah, that's not how you would share steak.
No, cut a piece off. Let her cut a piece off.
Cut a piece off and
also,
then present.
For her to not be like, I'm sorry. Do you think that I am going to gnaw a piece of steak off of there?
Yeah, that's what he did.
But she's being overly agreeable.
Uh-huh.
And I am predicting Marissa is going to flip her shit at some point.
Oh.
Oh, just wait. It may take her a while.
What's her limit, though? That's what I'm saying, is she's giving lobotomized Stepford wife right now.
I've got an idea.
What's the limit?
My prediction.
Okay.
She is going to do all the things that he wants to do.
Yes.
The jet skiing, the pickleball playing, all of, who knows what else he has planned for her, all of these outdoor activities.
Well, because that's fun things that he has described to be fun, because that was his only suggestion to her for moving in together. Just be ready for fun all the time, at all times. Felt more like a threat.
Which is also not serious.
How can you
again, because we're not going to talk about anything that's an actual concern.
No. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to land on anything that we might disagree upon, of like taking care of a house and like,
because we're just in funsy dating mode.
It's fun. This is fun. That's what this is for. Relationships aren't for anything else. So let's not do that. So what's her breaking point then?
I think she's going to ask him to come out to a bar with her and her friends, or it's going to be something involving drinking. Not that he won't drink, but I think he won't even go to do something with her that she considers fun.
Right. Well, yeah, because I think that was the thing, was his invitation was always be ready for fun. My definition of fun, my version of fun, things that I would consider to be fun, not yours.
This woman hasn't had a nap in 6 days.
Oof. That might cause her to break. Yeah, she's going to snap over that.
No, at the beginning of the episode, she was like, I think we should take like a 3-hour-long nap today. I think
we've earned it.
We've earned it.
We deserve it.
That's the peak of happiness at this point in time. I don't think they had that nap.
I don't think so.
Because he completely dismissed it.
Yeah, and he had iced coffee instead of an alcoholic beverage on the beach. So yeah, he's geared up. He's on his second wind, and there's nothing that's going to stop him now at this point.
I wish we got to see more of them on the honeymoon.
Yeah, but it seemed like maybe we weren't, because there wasn't drama. There wasn't like fighting that was happening. There weren't arguments, disagreement.
I think he made her do all of the excursions. Like they went snorkeling, parasailing. They did. There were jet skis, right? Did he see jet skis?
I
thought at one point he heard the hum of a jet ski in the distance,
and he knew,
and he got a little hard
immediately. Yeah. Well, yeah, because they did have sex on the first night, and then they were basically like standing up having sex on the beach at one point too. I don't know what was going on with that necessarily.
She was mounting him on the beach.
Very quick cutaway, and there was a blur, a flash before my eyes, and I didn't know what was happening. But yeah, so they are the only ones who have been intimate with each other.
No, we had some others.
At this point. Well, it was like first night.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yes.
First
on the wedding night,
they were
the only ones.
Night intimacy. Yes. So that is setting them apart right now. The other elements of like when they're back from vacation and now they're moving into their apartment together, which they made everybody move in, already a step in the right direction.
Thank you.
Finally, somebody's able to fucking do that. A producer can come and say,
we'll never forget that DC season where the girl who was the ice skater, Mindy.
Yes, Mindy.
Her husband never moved into the apartment.
Nope. And then people were like, you don't have to move in? I'm not going to move in either. And so then subsequent seasons after that, we had multiple couples where people didn't even move in together. And it was like,
or moved out right away.
Of here. Yeah. So garbage. That's what that show is dead and gone.
We're done with that.
Dead and gone. It's a thing of the past. Now we have Adam shaving M's into his neck beard area because he grew his beard out for the honeymoon and then shaved when he got back because he had to get back to porn stash. And so that was very important. And he's like, you know what? While I'm here, I might as well just,
I
Do a
misunderstood
little
this
manscaping.
entire scene, and I thought that she asked him to shave off his beard.
Okay.
And so I thought that's what he was doing.
No.
And I was like, wow, what a good sport that he's willing to do that for her because she doesn't like the facial
No,
hair.
he only had the mustache, remember, when they got married. And so then for the whole honeymoon, he just grew his beard out.
In 6 days, he grew that much hair?
Yeah. Or like however long that was. Yeah. 6, 8, 10 days,
Mhm.
something like that.
But
What do you think?
the M...
That's about, I've grown in a full beard in about a week.
I don't know these things.
Not to this length, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is a little shaggy, but
So the M was just something he took upon himself.
the M was just something he
It
took
was just
upon
a little
himself.
artistic flair.
Yeah, because I
something.
mean, sometimes it's boring, if you're just going to be clearing stuff off. So then sometimes you'll come up with different designs. Sometimes you'll do a trial run. You'll test something out, see how it is, and then go, oh, that was weird.
Well,
and
it
then
was
you just
bothering
finish.
me later on.
You kept saying, oh, he's got
I was
like a little...
why does he have these
like,
patches of
missed
hair?
a spot. And I was like, that's the M. The M is still there. Because that's the other part, is where it's... Now we're walking around with an M on our neck, which is odd. That's strange.
You see what I mean? Like, this is not a serious thing that people do when they're in relationships together.
Because that could be fun to do that and then go, ha, ha, ha. And then you shave that off. And then now it's clean. You're back to the mustache.
You don't actually go out and walk around like that.
You don't continue with that. Correct. But no, he's taking it upon himself. If he's going to give the cabin tour, which I'm so excited for this because I was worried. I was like, well, it's new format. But going to the apartments or the, residences of the participants in the experiment, they did call it an experiment in this episode block too. So I feel comfortable still referring to it as an experiment. But that was an element of the old Lifetime show that I was like, oh, dear God, please don't take that away from me.
That's my favorite. Remember
It's
when
the
they went
best.
to Amani's apartment?
Oh.
And there
What
was...
do you mean, Amani?
Remember?
The hats?
It was... No.
Oh, Woody had hats.
Was it her apartment? It was somebody's apartment.
Shoes?
Where there was so many bags of clothes.
Oh.
There was... And clothes all over the place because they were packing before they left.
Oh, yeah.
And it looked like... It looked
Well, remember,
everything
Woody
exploded.
had a wall of hats. I think it was hats and shoes.
Yeah.
It was an entire room that was a closet for him. And it was like, whoa. So that was wild. Yeah, there's been people who've had like entire closets full of shoes and they're like, oh, I don't wear those. Those are just like collectibles.
Remember the girl, was that on the NOLA season? The girl who pretend that she lived there, but then when it was like, it's time to go. What season was that? It was time to finally go see her place.
And then she was like, oh, never mind.
Because she was the flight attendant.
Yes.
And she didn't actually have a place.
I don't remember where that was.
Yeah.
I don't remember where that was. But yeah,
Anyway.
like these are the best parts of that.
They reveal a lot of
It was like a
truths
glimmer.
about people.
Yeah, you learn a lot about these people by walking through their places. So we didn't see Marissa's place, but we see Adam's, of course, because we have to keep coming back here because this is where the jet skis are. And home is where the jet skis are. And so, but home is also where the axe picks, the ice pick axes are embedded above your bed. What are you doing with sleeping with an axe dangling above your head?
Multiple.
Several ice pick axes just dangling embedded into the ceiling above. This is giving, Elon Musk with the knife that he stabs into his wall that he's bragged about before. Weird shit.
I don't know anything about
Weird
that.
fucking
I don't
shit.
want to know anything
where he's
about
like,
that.
oh, this is my home defense. Like, that's what he's going to jump up and grab in the middle of the night if there's an intruder. And then they'll never know what hit them, sort of thing. And it's like, okay, I don't think so.
I don't think that he is providing his own security detail at this point.
In the cabin? No.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
Adam.
talking about Adam.
Okay.
I'm talking about Adam. Adam has this as, this is his home defense.
He's got to
system.
protect the lakefront cabin.
Right.
From pirates who may chase him after he's been out on the jet ski.
Do pirates do the pirating on, well, it'd be more of a Viking thing then at that point.
He
It'd
takes
be
it out
pillaging.
to international waters.
Because the implication. Yeah. That's what's happening with the jet skis. I feel like it's a lot of that.
We're going to have to address the cabin. because we made a lot of jokes last episode about Mama and Papa and him coming from money. But it does look like he is just renting a cabin. This is a guest house.
Shanty.
Yeah, this is a Mama Plath Airbnb that he is renting month to month.
With the tarp over the section of the roof specifically, and the disco ball that has a hole in the bottom of it. He tried to explain that away as saying that he wanted to throw a lemon as hard as he could, and it hit the disco ball on the porch, and then it broke. I
truly cannot stand this man.
Well, and I don't believe this too. Like, I feel like he was doing some ice pick maneuvers out there and then accidentally caught the bottom of this
snagged
thing.
The disco ball.
He just wanted to see if he could get a clean cut with it, like he was playing Fruit Ninja, And so it was like, no, not so good.
He's a strange bird. Also, as he's showing her his place, he is giving her the bro tour, right? This is a bachelor pad.
Well, he's talked about it. He mentioned this too in previous relationships. Yeah. There were other women who were like, you say bro way too much. And he's like, oh, that's like asking me to speak in a different language then to not.
He keeps calling her babe
say
too.
That. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
check out the cabin, babe. I don't really play video games anymore, babe. I started having sex.
I'm sexually active
so I don't play video games anymore.
As you know.
I did keep the entire game console.
I regret. Well, it's a PC, but it's not.
I didn't see what it was. I just saw a monitor.
A rig. He's got the rig.
Yeah.
Do you think he tried to stream?
Oh, yeah.
He had the whole setup in the cabin. And then, of course, streaming was just another avenue of him being able to just tell people everything about his life. I think that was the real big draw for him.
To brag about the things that he likes to talk about.
Humble brag.
About his lakefront cabin.
Everything.
Well, I can't stay on much longer. I got to go out and hit the jet ski before the sun goes down.
Right, yeah. It's going to be a lot of that. Because then, even that as part of the tour, it was like, oh, babe, make sure you grab your life jacket because, we're going to be hitting the jet skis. We got to send it, Did she enjoy the jet skis?
Oh, no.
I don't think so.
No.
They added in, the screaming was a lot of edit, post manipulation that was going on there.
He didn't even take her on a nice jet ski ride.
No. This was the full throttle.
My experience in life has been that when you go on a jet ski, the person who's driving it never takes into consideration that the passenger does not want to go that fast.
Okay, right.
And that is exactly what was happening here.
I would say, the times that I have taken a jet ski out, 45 miles an hour on the water feels like you're going about 135 miles an hour. It really does.
I don't think that it was as exciting for her as he...
Thrilling and impressive.
That she's going to want to go do this every single day.
That's all he knows how to do, though. So he doesn't know how to plan or schedule anything else unless jet skis are involved. So I think she's got a rough road ahead of her here.
Yeah. One last thing before we move on. I think we have to address the dog bed that was on his floor.
The dog bed.
That he said his friend who is homeless stays over and sleeps on occasionally.
Okay. Did you mean you're homeless? Did you mean Felipe? Who did you mean?
It's gonna be Felipe.
It's gonna be.
Felipe can't wait. The day that he and Tori break up, he's gonna be here jet skiing constantly.
Oh yeah. He's just here to expand his social circle.
He has nothing to contribute to Adam, though, so I don't know if Adam will house him because all he's got is this restaurant with a bar.
Oh yeah, alcohol. Too much alcohol. Felipe's putting too many substances in his body, and it's not good. Yeah, that's really bad, actually.
Where do you think that Adam stands on the purity of
cocaine? Very pure, very natural. Yeah.
You give a little bump before the jet skiing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It sends it to a whole other level. Marissa just kind of laughing at the homeless thing, too, was weird to me.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't ask any follow-ups. There's no follow-ups. No.
I don't even know if we're taking it all in, really.
Yeah, because it was was that a joke? Is that is that a joke? Funny, ha. Like,
maybe she's taking a lot of what he's saying as jokes.
But that's what I'm saying is
But they're not.
Well, and then also, even if that were presented, if Adam said that jokingly as a joke, how is that funny? You're saying that you have a friend who is homeless who just sleeps on a dog bed in your living room? Yeah. Hilarious.
Like, do you have like a better place for him to stay over?
This
cabin is really small.
Well, I had an air mattress, but then the ice pick fell on it. So
Popped it.
I
guarantee he's not planning to move out of here.
No. Well, I mean, he does move into the apartment, but...
No, but I mean, like, when they have to talk about... If they get to the point where they talk about where they're going...
It's not even his. So, like, you have to move out at some point.
Oh, no. He's not giving up the dock.
I don't think so.
Where is he going to put all the jet skis?
I bet the jet skis are rented, too. That just comes with the lake house. It's all rented,
well,
and
only
he is
one
adopted.
Was him.
Yeah, he's adopted.
His. He was like, that one's mine.
That one.
I was like, well, who do the rest of them belong to?
I don't know. People just kind of roll up, and it's like a Amsterdam bicycle situation over here where you just kind of like leave a jet ski, take a jet ski sort of a thing. It's pretty chill. It's laid back. Don't ask too many questions.
Yeah, he's done so many things that have given me the ick at this point, and everyone keeps talking about how hot he is.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't think you guys are spending enough time seeing how he communicates. And
he looks like a contemporized version of, like, if they updated the Scooby-Doo gang, he would be Fred.
Yeah.
Like, for 2020s.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, Fred, at the time... It was like he had the little scarf and then the flared pants and stuff. And it was like he was very much a man of his time, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like he's a good representation of just like Scooby-Doo gang 2026.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think it does.
I think that's the most succinct way I can describe this man.
Let's talk about Devin and Caitlin.
Oh, Devin and Caitlin.
Since Adam has already decided that this relationship's over.
Yeah, doomed. Mm-hmm. Doomed from the start. Even though I wouldn't say that this one is doomed necessarily.
I don't know. I think maybe we have different takes.
This was one of my 50-50 ones because at first I was like, they are clicking. There is a general connection here, but then it becomes the issue of compatibility. We're talking long term. Is it compatible? So far, not too good. Not really. It's not looking like it.
I think the first few days went okay until she hit her wall of the limit of how much time she's used to spending with another person.
Yeah.
And that's where it all went downhill.
She's going to the explanation here that she is the black cat and he is the golden retriever. So that's kind of the personality analogy that we're going with. She needs a little bit more time, alone time away to recharge. She needs to miss him and want to reconnect, but like
when she's ready,
I
need to be able to miss you.
Yeah.
I was like, just say what you really mean, that you don't want to spend 24/7 with another person.
I think she has said that.
Uh-huh.
I think she has been saying that. And then he's getting upset with how that's being presented. Because then they were talking about that too, where he was like, oh, when I found in previous relationships, I'm a giver in relationships, and I always want to accommodate the other person and like be there and wait on them and like provide things for them, and like that's the main drive for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think what he's struggling with is that like, okay, you are overbearing though, because she's asking you, here's what you can provide for me. Space. And he's saying no, because here's the thing. I think he presents that servitude that he offers up in relationships. He offers it as a benefit to his partner, but in fact, it's for his own benefit. He needs that. He needs the reassurance. He needs the connection. He has abandonment issues.
Mm-hmm.
So like, he does need to feel constantly connected, and that can be very overwhelming for someone who does not have that same level of dependency.
I'm kind of frustrated watching them because a lot of their interactions are not being caught on camera.
Right.
They're having conversations late into the night where she's like, we've been up till 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Talking and talking and talking, and I'm tired of it. Also, a lot of the footage we saw of them within these 3 episodes was shot on like a cell phone.
I don't know who was filming the one. It was like after they came back from like a group thing on the honeymoon where it was cell phone shot footage from 3 different angles, and one was actually panning back and forth. I was like, did they have somebody else from one of the couples film this conversation for them?
Weird.
That would be weird.
I'm wondering if the camera guys left for the day and then production got a heads up that they were having an intense conversation.
Okay.
And then someone from production came back and started using their camera.
Yeah, we need something at least.
Because they are missing so much of what's going on here.
Oh my gosh.
And that's why I feel like I can't really form a full opinion about this yet. Because I'm not sure if he is really being that annoying.
Okay.
Or if she is that standoffish, maybe.
Right.
That like she doesn't want to spend the amount of time that you would expect to spend with a spouse.
And where it gets confusing is where it's like when it's him explaining what happened, it's like, oh gosh, yeah, that kind of sucks. Mm-hmm. Because it was like the she went to the gym in the morning example that's given. So when Devin tells that story, they were falling asleep in bed and they were planning to go to the gym the next morning. And he was like, okay, yeah, sure. Just make sure to wake me up and then we'll go. And then he wakes up the next morning at like 8:30. She's already gone. She had went to the gym and came back already. So it was like, okay, well, we had like planned to go to the gym together. If you didn't have an interest in doing that with me, then you could have just said that, like you didn't want to do that or change of plans. I think she's afraid of voicing anything that's going to go against this. Mm-hmm. And that's an issue because then when she was explaining it later, she was like, oh, I thought you were up and then you went back to sleep. So I just went to the gym. So it's like, was it just a disconnect? Was it just a miscommunication?
Here's why I don't believe her. Mm. Because later on, they have a conversation about what it's going to be like now that they're not on vacation anymore and they're back home. And he's talking about what his day is like. And she's like, oh, so you're going to go to the gym like with your teammates, right? Your friends? Like she seemed like that was what she wants him to do because maybe she likes to go to the gym because it's her alone time. I think
gym time ended up being her alone time. That like as part of this conversation from the honeymoon stuff, that's what it eventually turned into, where she was like, you know what? Yeah, don't plan on coming to the gym with me. That's going to be my time. Because she was even explaining that as like getting into the routine where she'll have that and she's going to be going to work and that'll be, enough separation for the day.
Well, the way she was talking about that.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, well, I get to be away from you for 8 hours while I'm at work.
Yes.
And then I'll go to the gym.
I'll go to the gym before.
You know what? Usually I only work out for like 40 minutes, but I'm going to up that probably now, like maybe 90 minutes.
Yeah, I might be doing like a light aerobic and then into something else.
I might even like, sit in the sauna at the gym for a while.
Yeah, some other. I'll look into some other things.
Yeah, I'll see whatever their amenities they have. I'm going to take a shower while I'm there.
It's like a rock climbing wall. I've heard about it, but I've never checked it out. So like, I might check it out.
And then maybe by the time I come home, you'll already be asleep.
Yeah,
you'll be in bed.
Right. That probably worked. And he's like, "Can we like at least watch movies together every once in a while and stuff? Yeah. Can we like hang out?" Yeah, probably.
I don't know why I feel bad for him. Because I think a lot of the takes are going to be that he's being annoying, that he's too much, he's clingy, that's what it's 0 to 100.
And she's upset about that too. She's like, even objectively looking at how the relationship is going, the moment that they stepped in to the therapy session, and she was like, I feel like I'm the villain. And I don't like that. But like, I can see it because he's not a bad guy. He's not doing anything necessarily wrong. He's telling me, hey, here's what I like. Here's what I want. I just feel like I can't really give all of that. Everything that he's asking for, it's not incredibly unreasonable, but it's just not something I can feel like I can provide at this point in time.
See, that's my concern.
Yeah.
Is I don't think that she's even really considering doing, like even meeting him halfway.
Oh, okay.
To me, my interpretation has been, this is who I am.
Oh.
And you are who you are. And maybe we're just not compatible. Because I've been in relationships like this in the past. And she literally said to the camera guy at one point, like, this is the kind of relationship that I hate being in.
So like that was the concerning part, right? Is where if Devin is saying, here's what I like, here's what I want, here's what I expect. And then she's saying, oh yeah, cool. And then that's not happening. Maybe not happening yet. What I was getting frustrated with Devin is it's like, well, dude, you need to be patient. It's been like,
he has zero patience.
It's been a week. So if you're saying, here's the stuff that I like, you're asking someone to really go outside of what they're used to be, like what they're used to doing. And then you're expecting that change to happen immediately and being like, well, we talked about this. Okay, well, I'm not in that like mindset yet to just be constantly affectionate. That's not who I am by default. It's something I'll try to work towards expressing to you more. Or can we find other ways where
everything you're saying is not what I'm hearing from her, though.
Right.
Because I think he needs that level of reassurance.
Yes.
And sure, that's annoying, right? But also, they did just meet each other and get married.
Yeah.
And I can understand how someone would want to spend a lot of time with the person that they just committed to spending the rest of their life with.
Yeah. I feel like, he is going in like 0 to 100, though.
Oh, he was like, we're married.
Right.
Like his mindset, he flipped a switch.
Yeah.
From like, we're strangers to we're married.
Yeah. And we're not dating. That's not what this is. And it's like, well, you have to still be on the same page at least. Because I think for her, she is apprehensive about this. So like they are taking it slow as far as intimacy goes and stuff. Like it's feeling more, not forced, but like it's feeling a little disjointed maybe. Like they're trying to do stuff and they do have like little physical intimacy moments here and there, but it's not really like a natural thing. They keep comparing themselves to Adam and Marissa, and it's like,
well, he keeps comparing them.
Right.
Because he's like, I want that. Like what I see over there is what I want. And I'm like,
it looks so nice. And it's careful.
Reserve your judgment because what you're seeing on the outside.
Give it a couple weeks. And then see if you still want to subscribe over there.
But I think what he means, because we saw like when they were at the pool together that like Adam's kind of like hanging on Marissa and they're just like, there's a lot of physical touch in their relationship. Well, yeah.
They're comfortable being physically intimate because they've already had the most physically intimate thing happen between them.
Yeah, I think that he really needs the reassurance of her being attracted to him, wanting to spend time with him. Like this is going to be toxic where it's like what he really needs to feel secure in a relationship, she can't or won't provide.
Right.
So I think this is going to be a constant fight.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my other red flag when it comes to Devin, because when they were with the expert and the whole thing was like, maybe there's a little bit too much, like Caitlin feels like she's under a microscope. She feels like she's constantly being dissected and analyzed and, she didn't, hold my hand. She didn't touch my back. She didn't caress me in this way, whatever, like physical thing didn't happen. Oh, that's something you need to work on. If you're constantly just giving her a checklist of, here's the stuff that didn't go great. Here's the stuff that you need to improve on. Here's the stuff you need to work on. I feel like that's how his mindset is. That's the type of feedback that he gets for like coaching.
Yeah, being coached.
Yeah, coaching and improving. And like, that's what he needs to know, what he needs to work on. And that works for him. I don't think it works for her, dude.
No.
Because then immediately when it was like, maybe take a back seat on the assessments for a little bit. And he goes, yeah. You need to do more eye contact though. Like in the next exercise. And it's like, bro, we just said, like, tone it down. on the feedback stuff of things that she needs to work on. And you literally did it again. So I was pissed that the expert didn't call that out, because I would have been like, here's a great example where
you literally just did it sitting in front of me.
You did it. You did it right now when she is telling you things that she likes about you. And the only takeaway that you had from that was not enough eye contact. Okay. Well, that doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel good.
I am getting the vibe that he is incredibly insecure and that maybe he doesn't even identify himself as an insecure person.
Well, that's what he was like. I'm not like needy. I'm not that needy of a guy. And she's like, you're
no,
pretty
you
needy.
are.
And he's
You
like,
are.
well, maybe a little. But he like joked about it in a way where, dude, yeah, you are.
Everything she's doing, I think in his mind, he's picking it apart and it's signaling to him like maybe she's not actually attracted to me.
Okay.
And she confirms like I am physically attracted to him.
Yes.
Which Dr. Lisa's like, did you see how fast she answered that question?
Didn't even take a breath. Yeah. It was
Like,
just right in there.
She tried to feed that as a breadcrumb to him of like, look how into you she is.
But she didn't make eye contact.
Exactly. He can't just accept that at face value. He's looking for all these other clues, and everything she's doing that indicates that she's not into him, she doesn't want to spend more time with him, he is taking as like a personal, like it's offensive to him.
Yes. Yeah. And those are the real signals. But all this other stuff of her.
She can say whatever she wants, but I don't believe what she says.
No. It's the insecurity is outweighing any sort of positivity. So there is like a negativity positivity imbalance for him.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I think he's really honing in on the downsides of stuff or what's lacking, and then not able to appreciate how things are going. Because a lot of their chemistry and dynamic and stuff, they talk and they get along pretty well. Like aside from
a lot
this
better
stuff,
than some other people that we're seeing in these.
Better than some others. And like
season.
this is one of those intangible things where it's like you don't know how people are going to get in a room and just talk and how comfortable they're going to feel being with each other. That's just natural chemistry. I think they have the natural chemistry, but now they need to untangle all of this other stuff. There's all this other complex stuff.
That's what I was saying when I was like, he's 26.
Yeah.
Like, that's still very young.
Very young.
And I think the both of them have their own hangups that if they're not able to get past those things and meet each other in the middle, there's no way this is going to work.
Right.
Well, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back with Mecca and Beljolie.
Mecca and Beljolie.
Okay, so this is ironic because we thought that Mecca was going to be the most insecure.
Yeah.
Like he was giving all the signals, which I think he still is.
He still is. He's got
not as bad as Devin, apparently.
Right. Yeah. I mean, comparatively, and comparison is the thief of joy. But, we try to make sure that we clock things where we're at. Mecca and Beljolie, though, I think they have the most potential. This is another one of those like natural chemistry.
Right. They just instantly felt comfortable together.
Mesh. Yeah. It like melds together. It's not forced. It's easy to just talk and like it doesn't feel fake either. I'm like weirdly comfortable with this person that I just met.
Yeah. They're talking about very personal stuff.
Very personal.
And it's like you said, it's not forced. It's not uncomfortable. And they have a lot of things that they have in common.
Yeah.
Or that are like, a lot like very coincidental that they're recognizing like this is weird, like there's so much that aligns between the two of our lives, but I don't know if Mecca's gonna mess this up.
Mecca is, if anybody's gonna mess it up, Mecca's gonna mess it up.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's gonna be Belle.
Mecca needs to get out of his own way. I feel like any of the times that he's messing stuff up, it's his dad. It's his dad who's talking.
His dad in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Who, by the way, his name is Logic, and I've been calling him Genius.
I was going to see how long it was going to go.
I feel like I had to make that correction.
But I feel like any of the weird things that happen or the slightly off, because it's like Mecca will go a certain length of time where there's good interactions, and then he gets uncomfortable with it, so he has to like throw a wrench into it, or he has to make a joke, or he has to cut something back because it's like it's going too good, so I have to like dilute it down a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's gonna wear on her eventually.
Maybe, but because sometimes she can roll with it, like it's funny and it's goofy, and they are very playful. They joke well for the most part.
I think the problem, though, is that she's worried about getting friend zoned. And
I think she's becoming more worried about that now.
He keeps saying things where it's like, well, at first that was really sweet when you're saying like it feels like I'm just like here with my bestie.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, we've like just met each other. That must mean that things are going really well.
Yeah.
But they're not really progressing with anything physical.
They're still on the honeymoon, and then they're out on the boat, and she's like, you know what? Green light. I'm feeling good about where we're at. And so if you would like to do anything, you just let me know.
You go ahead. I'm not going to turn you down.
Yeah, sure. Because like I like when a guy's able to come in and take charge. And so I don't want to tell you what to do or whatever. But basically she was like, green light, go ahead. You have your clearance. So like, let's get this done. And Mecca was like, oh, whoa, you like obsessed with me or something? Or like,
so I think the big problem here is that in her head at first, she's thinking, excuse me.
Oh no. Carly's losing
a drink of water.
Yeah. Oh, getting all flustered over here.
I think that she is convinced that turning away the kiss at the altar has caused him to not make a move on her. Okay. That he's trying to respect the fact that she wanted to move slowly at first.
Right.
But now she's like outpacing him where she wants him to make a move.
She wants him to make a move. But like, I think she did say it pretty explicitly. I was going to say, was there anything
she was like...
She was pretty clear.
I will not reject you, basically.
If I was able to decipher this, it was pretty clear. It was pretty straightforward. It was pretty on the nose as far as where it was like, the ball's in your court. Make your move. Let's see what happens.
Nothing. Because she then initiates a kiss.
She initiated a kiss.
And then... it's been nothing since then.
Okay. So that's where we get into this conversation here where Mecca really steps in it, where they are, okay, they're
He's
laying
the one
in bed.
Who brings it up.
He brought it up. That's even worse because he asked her, who do you think is more attracted to whom? So like, what's that looking like on a scale of 1 to 10 or based on percentages or whatever? And she was like, I don't know. What do you think? And he answered it and it was not a good answer. No. He was like, oh yeah, you're definitely way more into me. You're like at 150% and I'm at like 80. So I think he was trying to like suppress her down, like.
I think he was negging her.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to guess that's why a lot of Mecca's relationships have not worked in the past.
Right. Yeah.
I was expecting him to say the opposite.
That felt like a logic line.
Yeah. Weren't you thinking that he was going to say, oh, like I'm really into you, but I don't think you're that into me?
Yeah, that would be...
I was floored when he said the opposite.
An amazing reason to explain like why you haven't really pursued as much either. Because it's like, if she's that into you, then why don't you try to like make a move here or make something happen?
That's where the fact that he started bringing up percentages, now she's thinking in her head like, okay, so the 20% that's not attracted to me is like making it so that he's unable to initiate any type of physical contact with me. Like he's that repulsed by me with that 20%.
Then he had to change his calculations and he goes, well, and then 150, that's like a little too high for you. So maybe you're at 80 and I'm at 60. And it was like,
That's even worse. That's
not,
just barely less than 50.
It's not getting, or barely more. But
No,
like,
yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
well,
that's barely past lukewarm.
Like, you're not making it any better. You're not making it sound better. He thinks he's fixing it by doing stuff like that. And it's like, no. The only answer that you could have given in this circumstance would have been like, I think we're usually right around the same level, but then we kind of go back and forth where it's like, you'll be 5% more, I'll be 5% more. So like, I think we're fluctuating around this range.
I don't even believe that this is an issue. I think that he's scared that if they have sex, that he's going to somehow mess this relationship up.
Has that been the kiss of death in his relationships previously? I don't know.
There's something more going on here.
And
I'm very suspicious.
He is struggling, and this is not getting any easier.
Oh, no. And she's upset. She's like, you know what? I'm going to dial it back then.
Yeah.
Because I'm not chasing a man.
No.
So
No. Message received. So I'll tone it down now. So thanks. And I was waiting for him then once they moved into the apartment to be like, I don't think you like me anymore. But luckily we didn't get that. It wasn't that hard of a shift. Because she's still, they're friendly, they're talking, they're communicating. That's still all good. Like all the groundwork is there.
Is he trying to put himself in like a power position, like where it's like you're the one who's more attracted to me than I am to you?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is weird. Because then they have such good conversations. I get so confused. I go back and forth. That was such a bad conversation. But then like when they were in their apartment, he's making her dinner. He's seasoning fish and putting it in the oven. And like they're talking about deep stuff with her dad and his mom and like all of that, you know, like the baggage that's there, the emotional trauma that they both have from this, like basically abandonment that happens.
And they understand each other.
Yes. And they like are commiserating here in some ways too, where they experienced a lot of that same stuff around the same ages and things too. Like it's all very like tied in together here. It makes a lot of sense.
Right. That went so well. And then it's like, how can you go from that to that weird conversation you had about not really being as attracted to her?
I really hope that they don't mess this up. I really hope that Mecca doesn't mess this up because I think Belle's given him all the opportunities.
And she's being way more understanding than I think a lot of women would be.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying is like understanding and patient, where then it's like, that's something that Devin needs to work on, where there's understanding and patience, where it's, if you're saying, here's what I would like my ideal partner to look like, do that now, please. And it's like, well, that's not realistic. Yeah, to ask somebody to just change their entire personality overnight. Not great.
Well, that's a great lead into Nick and Courtney.
Whose personality changed overnight?
Well, no, I don't think that Courtney.
I think Courtney's
able to
hoping Nick's personality will change overnight.
That too. They're giving Nick the craziest edit.
This is wild because he's been on shows before, but he's getting like the Tom Sandoval on Traitors edit.
Like they're trolling him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything about him from the previous shows he's been on.
No.
But I feel like you can tell that the editing is going harder on him than the people who have not been on TV before.
Yes. Very much so. And also, it doesn't make any fucking sense because he is so disconnected from where she is at. So I don't know if Courtney is telling him it's great, it's wonderful, it's awesome.
She is. She keeps saying things are fine after she just said something was terrible.
Yeah. So like Courtney's not giving the whole story, and then she's going to the cameras and she's like, I'm going to blow my fucking brains out if I have to talk to this guy anymore.
That was also very upsetting.
She said it twice.
She keeps like throwing that out there.
So we need to lock their balcony door because these apartments have like very high-rise balconies now. So I don't like where this is going.
She can't relax. She can't relax. And then also she becomes like very manic
I can't
these
understand
3
her.
episodes.
I can't understand her most of the time. She talks very fast in jumbled ways where then she stammers and stutters and circles back on things that she's saying in a sentence. And I am struggling to listen.
He must be too.
And hear everything that she's saying, but she's getting frustrated. I agree with the can't relax. She's becoming kind of manic. Yeah. And I don't know if this is just because she doesn't vacation well. She doesn't do good if she's outside of her structured daily routine. She
needs her routine.
She needs routine. And I feel like that's a big part of this. But now she's blaming a lot of this dysregulation on Nick is boring. Nick is annoying.
They're not helping because then they're showing us what's going on. And it's like she's doing all the talking.
Yes.
And he's giving very little. It's like drawing blood from a stone.
Yeah. Yeah. In a lot of ways where she's basically hoping that he'll throw her in the pool just to break up some of the monotony of these interactions. Like she's secretly fantasizing about all of these different things that could be going on. Meanwhile, you have Nick telling her that, you know, growing up in school, he always thought of himself as Jim Carrey in his class and
that
teachers
was
and
hilarious.
it was like, where?
I was like, you?
Who?
I'm sorry. The same person who's standing here right now?
Like Jim Carrey in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Jim Carrey? Or like, which Jim Carrey are you talking about?
He has not been that funny.
Are you familiar with the lore? Do you know
he's
the films?
Not riffing on anything.
No.
Like he's really not that interesting
I haven't
to watch.
heard a single Dumb and Dumber or Liar Liar quote out of you, sir. So hard disagree. Hard disagree.
I think she's just used to always doing something and her days are very structured. So she's not good at being on vacation.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know what to do because she can't just sit. And then she can't even just really sit and talk because she has to constantly be thinking and talking.
She's the one who's driving all of the conversations. I think that is exhausting, especially if that's not really your strong suit too. What I don't like is that she keeps going to everybody else to tell them what's going on with her.
Complainer.
But she's not telling Nick. Because I think if you talk to Nick, but she is, like, we had that moment where she was in the process of starting to tell him how she actually felt. And then she clammed up, cried for a second, and then just whoop,
when they were on the
threw
boat.
that away. Yeah.
No, when she started to cry and then she was like, hold on, I just need a second. And then she stopped crying. Gone. I was like, oh.
And it's passed.
Oh, that's not.
There we go. And it was like, oh, no.
I was like, oh, no, honey.
There's a deep, deep well.
We just suppressed that.
There's a deep, deep well. And I don't like where that's going.
No, she really needs to connect with her feelings.
Yeah, she is bottling up.
She was also crying about how she always puts other people's needs first and that she puts herself on the back burner.
Because she doesn't want to be a problem. She has like the same, like she's suppressing, right? Where she doesn't want to be a burden or
she thinks she's too much.
Yeah. And she doesn't want to disappoint this other person. But Nick is like amiable to a fault at this point as well, because I think it's everything. He's not suggesting. He has no input in this. So it's just Courtney saying, well, do you want to do this? And then he's like, yeah,
that
cool.
Sounds great.
All right, cool. And it's just.
Do you like sushi?
Everything is just he's open to everything and is just agreeable with everything. So then it's like, well, there's no pushback. There's no anything that's happening here. There is no input. He's just going along with it. So then what's the point of having this guy around? He's not contributing anything.
Eventually realize that.
I mean, I think.
She keeps comparing it to being stuck in quarantine.
And I was like, are they not letting you out of your room? Are you allowed
like,
to?
You're at an all-inclusive resort.
Babe, yeah, go do an excursion. Like, go do something. But man,
that's a bad comparison.
Yeah,
there were a lot of people who their marriages didn't survive through quarantine.
Right.
And you're complaining about it. And you just met each other.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
And then he's wondering where the intimacy is. And it's like, well, let's assess.
We haven't really gotten to friendship yet.
Let's assess where we're at. We're still strangers.
Yeah.
Still strangers. it's not going to be. Do you think that Nick has relied on his looks, even though his looks don't really see? He's got a weird shaped head, doesn't he? The proportions are off for me. But like, what I'm saying is he's not, Brad Pitt to be looking at. He's not so easy on the eyes. But has he been relying on that so much where he doesn't really have as much personality?
I think the fact that he's on TV is what he relies on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're getting to the crux of it here.
Yeah. I'm sure there's lots of girls who are willing to sleep with him just because he's been on a bunch of reality shows and he's got a bunch of followers on Instagram.
Okay. So then he's losing his edge.
And that didn't impress her.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know anything about that.
I don't know television. I don't know what it is.
I was questioning in the beginning of this, like, is he not really trying to get to know her because he's just here to be on TV?
Right.
Or is he maybe that awkward? Because how could you be a person who is so uninteresting that you're boring your partner, yet you're compelling enough to be cast on 5 different reality TV shows?
Yeah, I don't get it. There's, especially when they are editing you together like the Forrest Gump of Married at First Sight. And it's like, what is going on? I don't know. I'm very confused.
Not adding up.
Yeah, there's just a missing element here because Courtney seems more compelling, even though she gets real fired up and she starts talking too fast for me. But like, aside from that, if we slow her down,
she's the only one giving the camera anything.
Yeah, to an extent.
I mean, maybe let's play devil's advocate. Maybe if he is taking this seriously, he's afraid to say anything to the camera that's negative.
Okay.
Because this is a marriage.
Right.
And do you want your wife to eventually see that you're not really having a great time?
Let's roll that beautiful bean footage of Courtney talking about Nick for a couple minutes and see how that plays out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little rough. So maybe if you start showing Nick, are the producers gassing him up? Where they're like, oh yeah, Courtney's been saying
she's
really good
into
stuff.
you.
She's been saying some really good stuff about you. And it's like, well, I mean, good stuff in terms of like for the television audience, for the viewing
great footage of her.
For the producer's standpoint, it's very good. That's what we're getting. So maybe he's confused.
They have that conversation on the boat, and apparently it really changes things for them.
That was like a turning point for them, where they were like, this was a breakthrough moment where Courtney kind of experienced emotion for like a brief fleeting second, but that was enough to like release the pressure valve here so she doesn't completely blow.
And then he admitted that he's not really being his full self.
And she's like, oh, please bring something to the table. Mm-hmm. So like whatever you're doing right now, change that up.
Yeah.
She's
more. Like, please, if you're funny, be funny.
Be funny.
I would love you to be funny.
If you're awkward, be awkward. If you're funny, be funny. Just do something. Give me something to work with, man. I am struggling over here. There's a blank slate. I got nothing to bounce off of here. This is really, really tough.
Then they get their expert consultation. So this is something new that they're introducing, which
I love it.
I'm obsessed with.
I love it.
Because we've complained endlessly about what's the point of the experts if they're not really that helpful.
They just come by for one check-in after they move in and then disappear again until decision day. And it's like, what is the point?
So they're framing this like they're going to get regular couples counseling.
Yes. So yes, because that's another show that we love too. Couples therapy is fucking amazing.
Let's get Dr. Orna in here.
Say more. Yes, please. So like, yes, that's a compelling television show. I watch that. I want that. Please incorporate that as part of this journey. Yes, they finally did. So thank God.
I think that this is going to be trouble for Courtney though.
Yeah.
Because she has no filter.
She's talking. Oh, and if she gets talking, she starts talking to Dr. Lisa, and then she forgets that Nick's sitting right next to her. And then she says some stuff, and then Nick's like, oh, what?
Whoa, I didn't realize that that's how things were going.
What? I thought it was... Huh?
He's picked up on the fact that, like, she's not doing very well with any form of intimacy.
Well...
Like, she's just... And she said that. She said that to other people on the show, too. Like, I'm just not a touchy-feely kind of person. Like, that's just not me.
Well, and for her... This is still a guy that I met like a week ago. So that's not what she's never jumped into. She doesn't do one night stand stuff. She wasn't impulsive in terms of relationships and connecting with other people like that. She's a slow burn. That's what she keeps telling him. I'm a slow burn. Mm-hmm. It takes a while. You got to preheat me, like it's going to take a minute to get to 400,
Well, then she says to Dr. Lisa, she recounts the story of when they were trying to fall asleep the one night on the honeymoon.
Or it was like a morning where
they were snuggling, cuddling.
Yes.
And she did not want to be cuddled.
She tensed up and just locked up and then was like, oh, dear God, please. I hope my fucking alarm goes off so I can get up and get out of here.
That was literally the way she described it.
And then Nick's
like, I was praying for my alarm clock to go off so I could not have to lay there anymore.
And then Nick's just like, oh, what?
It's like, those are inside thoughts, baby girl.
Harsh.
Sometimes we keep the inside thoughts to ourselves,
That was
especially
harsh.
when we're not in individual therapy.
Yeah.
Or we find a way to communicate these things without saying them in a harsh way that's going to hurt our partner's feelings.
Being considerate. Because, yes, your feelings are valid and real. Yeah.
But
and you're experiencing
don't have to communicate it in a way that's hurtful.
Yes. You don't need to share all of your feelings. You could just examine that feeling that you have. You can hold on. She doesn't hold on to the feeling long enough. She immediately
she has to confess everything.
Well, and then she immediately, it's right back out of her mouth of whatever it is. So I don't have to keep thinking about that. I just gotta get that out of here.
Yeah.
Or stuff it deep down. So then we're not going to look at that again.
Yeah, we word vomit or we suppress.
Right. And so we need to find that middle ground where you can grab onto that feeling and you can kind of pick it up and look at it, examine it, find out what are some strings attached to it that goes back to a deeper thing for you or another meaning behind something else that, I didn't even know these things were connected or whatever. We need to analyze a little bit more before we just throw stuff back.
She does explain that her parents weren't very affectionate towards each other.
That's good. I mean, not good, but that's good that she realized that.
We found maybe the root of it.
There's a connection piece there of that's something that ties back to my upbringing and my childhood. That was never really modeled for me. I don't know what that looks like. And that's where the expert then is like, okay, well, you guys need to decide what you want that to look like. Mm-hmm. It's your marriage. So you can decide whatever you want to do. That's what you can do.
I was glad that he spoke up about something that he felt like was missing because I thought he was going to sit there silent the entire session.
Contribute.
Yeah. Contribute something,
yes,
please.
Here it comes.
So he's like, I feel like there's a warmth, a flirtiness that's missing in the relationship.
Warmth. Yes.
And Dr. Lisa's like, that's it.
That's it. Bing.
Nailed it.
That's exactly
what you guys need to work on developing.
That's what you need, Courtney. That is what is missing.
Stop being such a frigid bitch.
Flirty warmth. Definitely. That's exactly it. So I think that they did do the safe thing because then that was another part of this too, is where she feels apprehensive about physical affection because she doesn't want there to be an expectation of leading to sex. Mm-hmm. So I think there was a level of pressure on her that maybe she didn't even fully realize. And that's why she was avoiding it. But it's you're losing out on the whole exploration of physical affection in general with this person.
She's a terrible communicator, and she thinks she's a good communicator just because she talks a lot.
Yes, you could talk a lot without saying much of anything. And that's the type of communicator that Courtney is. Mm-hmm. She needs to go on a long car ride with Billy Crystal so he can explain to her, when Harry vets Hallie, you're the worst kind. You think you're low maintenance, but you're high maintenance. So it's that sort of exploration that's maybe lacking on Courtney's side. She hasn't really come to terms with a lot of that stuff.
Well, let's go to Cameron and Michelle. Can I just tell you, I don't enjoy watching them.
Well, I feel like if cameras were going to follow our relationship around, this is the footage that they would get of us. It's Cameron and Michelle. So? Boring as shit.
We're more interested.
Boring as shit.
I mean, we definitely are not having these same conversations. That's for sure.
No, it's just, and then the only intense conversation is should we have kids?
It's not even should.
Oh, she has an expectation
She's
of
like,
kids.
I would like to have kids.
Yes.
Like next year.
But fibroids assessment and everything, the surgery, there's a surgery that's necessary where I won't even be able to try for another year. And he was like, oh, thank God. At least I have another year here, maybe.
But I understand that from her standpoint. First of all, she's 28.
I thought she said 34.
Okay.
At one point.
I'm confused.
Did we? Maybe this was a copy and paste thing. Was this a copy and paste thing? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean,
in the notes we have it as 28, but I thought she said 34 at one point. I thought she froze her eggs at 28. Something
26,
happened.
they said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, something happened late 20s where she was like, just in case.
Either way, I understand that she has a concern about her ability to have kids because there are complications because she has fibroids. And that she needs a surgery beforehand before she can even get to that step.
Right. To try. Yes.
To try to have kids. Yeah. But this is a lot. Like, this is already an intense situation where you're marrying a complete stranger at first sight. And now you're having to get to know each other. And their serious conversations all revolve around having kids.
Yeah.
And this man is 37 years old.
I think for Cameron, he's not saying this explicitly. He's kind of dancing around it in a couple different ways when he's talking about their conversations, where there's some things that Michelle has said that has made him want to run for the hills, maybe. And I think it's because he's looking at it as, if I were on a first date, second date, third date with someone, and we were having these conversations, I would be terrified. So I think he keeps forgetting that, like, oh, this is a marriage. So, like, yeah, you are going to be talking about kids and what your life looks like together and where you're going to live and things like that. So it's like, it's hard to frame it where it is marrying a stranger. So you're trying to get to know a person, but then it's like, but you're not dating the way that you would normally. If somebody was bringing all this stuff up in initial conversations, that would be terrifying on dates.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's hard because when someone else's main priority is a huge life-changing decision, you're being pushed to decide something that maybe you weren't ready for. Like, I'm wondering if Cameron thought they were going to have him matched with somebody who is significantly younger, which I think that she is. But, like, maybe he thought, oh, like, that'll maybe buy a couple more years before we're ready to have kids, because he seems open to having children. But he doesn't seem like he's ready to go do that right away.
Seems like they paired him with somebody who specifically absolutely wants children in order to push him into it. Because he even seems to be like, I know that having a wife and having kids would be very enriching to my life. I know that. But I've just never been able to, like, fully commit to the idea of it, is what it seems like at this point. Because that's what she was asking. She was like, well, if you didn't want these things, then why would you come on a show where you get married at first sight? And he was like, that is a really good question. It's like, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Can you please elaborate a little bit more on why you thought this would work for you? Because he's kind of freaking out through this whole episode.
Yes.
Where he's like, I'm not really good with change. And
big change. Yeah,
big change. Very scary to me. Also, I'm not really good with commitment.
Yeah, I'm kind of commitment averse, really, when it comes down to it. And she's like, okay, two big factors.
Too late, also, because we got married.
Right. Did you tell the experts any of this, by the way? Was this on your application? I don't know.
This is very overwhelming for him because having a kid is an even bigger commitment than getting married.
Right. And I think that's what he's like, can we try out the married thing first before I go ahead and try to get into the mindset of adding kids into the mix? But then, I mean, even where they're going to live, because he moves around for his job a lot, because he goes to different colleges to coach. So he's like in flux. She seems very set on Seattle, born and raised. She's not going anywhere.
I felt like she wasn't willing to say absolutely no because she wants this marriage to work.
Yeah.
But also,
I don't think
she doesn't really genuinely want to do that.
I don't think she wanted to move. Yeah. It was not seeming like that. Because then as soon as he mentioned, he was like, oh, that'd be moving away from your parents. And I think it was like, yeah, you found it. You found the
even
reason.
That went back to having kids again.
Yes.
Because she was like, well, I would like to be around my parents so that I have a support system for when we have kids.
Oh.
And he's still like,
well, yeah. Oh.
You think we can maybe
what if
like
we solve
move-
that problem?
Maybe we could like move and live somewhere else for like maybe a year or two, maybe 3. And she's like,
No. I don't think so. So it's just that they are having important conversations, because this is miles ahead of, Adam's conversations that he's having. You see what I'm saying? Like of the conversations that they are having, these are meaningful. These are deep.
Mm-hmm.
Is there compatibility there though? I don't know yet.
Sure.
Don't
and
know.
To be honest, Michelle, I'm very concerned about the fact that maybe we're not as worried about the quality of the person that we're going to pick to be the father of our child.
Correct.
As we are about having a child.
Correct.
And that scares me.
Because that was our red flag with her wedding too. I don't think she wants a marriage. She just wanted a wedding.
Yeah.
So the whole kid thing now, it's like, well, you need to make sure that you have like a set relationship with you and your husband.
The other stuff that shows us you're compatible.
Right.
Before we talk about I understand needing to have the conversation about the fact that your timeline for having kids is maybe faster than what he had imagined, right?
Yeah.
Because you've got a specific health situation that influences that. But I think we need to be trying to get to know each other in other ways a lot faster then.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, I mean, again, these are deep, meaningful conversations. I feel like they are having better conversations than some of the other couples out there. They are establishing inside jobs versus outside jobs. At very important. Very early on in the marriage. Very important stuff. Mm-hmm. Even though at the suggestion of the chore chart, that's when she was like, I feel like I'm talking to my dad right now. And it was like, ooh, don't say
Michelle.
Don't say that.
Michelle, another red flag.
Oh,
I know that you're liking Cameron, but to me, that is saying I'm okay with putting the mental load on you. That you need to tell me. Let's create a chore chart so that I know what I need to be doing. And that perhaps is not the type of person who's going to make having a baby very easy.
Right.
Like we should be thinking about these things. Also, since we're so ready to have a baby.
They should have paired Michelle with Nick. He likes being called Daddy Nick. So that would have been, yeah, maybe. I think Cameron's like, I don't know about all this. Maybe don't say that. Don't say stuff like that when we're in bed together. Maybe. Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah, I think that she needs to be a little bit more honest too. Because I do think that upset her, the idea of the chore chart.
Oh, okay.
And then she was like, just kidding. Just kidding. It's like, are you really kidding?
They do have these moments of genuine, authentic connection though too. Because it was they moved into their apartment together. And Cameron was kind of assessing or catching us up on, they had their travel day home. I guess they had like delayed flights. It was like a really long.
I think they just bought the cheapest flight.
Probably, yeah. Three connecting flights and 4 layovers. And so they were like, it was a brutal travel day, 13-hour travel day in and out of airports, waiting at gates. They had
to go from Riviera Maya to Seattle.
Mexico, yes.
I would have been like, I will buy my own flight.
I'll drive. Give me a car right now.
I don't need the free flight.
13 hours?
Uh-huh.
I'll drive.
I'm not sitting in 17C.
No.
I am Lisa Barlowing my own plane.
But that's where, so Cameron's like looking at it as from a 13-hour day perspective. Normally, that's hell in a handbag, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, forget it. I wouldn't be doing that anywhere. But it was pretty fun. I was just getting to hang out with you and
that is enjoying. A test of a relationship.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, if you can endure a travel day like that together and you're not at each other's throats,
that's a good sign. Yeah, that's really good. That's
a good foundation.
Yeah, that's a good starting point. Mm-hmm. I think that was Bill Murray's marriage advice, because you know how there's just like Bill Murray lore where he just like shows up to things and it was like, it's a wedding reception and he like gave a speech. I think that was one of the things where it was a bachelor party or something where he was telling the guys, and it was like, oh, the real test of a relationship is if you take your significant other on a trip anywhere, just like, traveling, a significant amount of travel where you're going to be bouncing around a couple different locations. And if you're able to do that without fighting and being at complete odds and losing your mind, marry them before you leave the airport. Like that was basically the takeaway. So that
They've
rings
already
true.
kind of done that.
That rings true. Yeah, they did it, they got married first
before they went to the airport.
But this seems to be, they're on the right track, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe there is possibility. There's a lot of risk though, because like those big issues that they do have lingering are still pretty substantial. So I don't know. We'll see. We did not see their expert interaction yet. Yeah. They did not go to therapy.
I feel like we need more from them.
We need more.
We're not seeing a whole lot.
Yeah. It's still tough to assess.
I think we're kind of in like the nicey stage of like, we are not really like, again, into the real world yet. Mm-hmm. So let's see how it goes once we start getting a little further into the experiment and like more decisions start feeling like they're on a tighter timeline.
Yeah.
I think that might become a pressure cooker for them.
Okay, that could be good. There are some couples that we saw where it was like vacation or honeymoon setup. It's doing great. It's doing wonders for them. And then I think like Nick and Courtney, they'll do better once they're back in the real world. Like they did not do well in vacation mode, but they will improve once they get a set schedule going. Once Courtney gets regulated again, I think that's really what it comes down to. So for Cameron and Michelle, we'll see how it plays out. But first, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back with Sean and Nikki.
Talking about a couple who failed the travel test together. This is them.
Oh, this is Sean and Nikki, and
wow.
They are giving Fake It Till You Make It the best shot that they possibly can.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're going for.
We left off on such a sour note at the last episode. And then all of a sudden, the beginning of the first episode here, Nikki's like,
Peachy Keen.
Sean brought me coffee in the morning. And you know what? He reached over and held my hand in the middle of the night while we were laying in bed. And it changed my perspective on everything.
Don't like that. When have I ever reached over and held your hand in the middle of the night? When has that ever happened?
Never.
Why would someone do that?
Well, I thought that she would be worried about that too, because
right?
The conflict that they had was that she felt like he was being like too sexually forward.
Yes.
And then somebody a stranger you barely know reaches over and touches you on your side of the bed in the middle of the night.
Grabbing at you? No, not comfortable.
That would have
uncomfortable.
Would have made me jump out of my skin.
I don't like that. No. And yeah, you would have been on high alert too.
You're
it's
demoted to the couch.
No. Yeah, more distance now. Because you can't be trusted with this distance. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but that was endearing to her.
So that won her back.
I have like mixed signals coming from her.
Mixed signals where I think she's trying. Mm-hmm. She's trying to be on board. She's trying to the best of her ability.
Yeah, she's fighting all of her inner instincts.
But every instinct is like, run. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here
it's
right now.
Over.
It's definitely not going to work out.
So then they go to the pool.
Yeah, once they get to the resort, she's unimpressed with the dad bod. She had him pop his shirt off.
Yeah.
So he's not the only one popping titties at the pool, though, because, I mean, she's got her bikini on, too.
Yeah. I felt like she was, I thought that her opinion about his body was a little bit much.
You thought that at first, and then when he got up to jump in the pool, and then he went, well, and I said, well.
I feel like then you got a full look at the dad bod once he stood up.
See, he was on the cabana, like the seat and so he knows his angles, I think.
He does.
Yeah, he was able to hide it okay when he was reclined, but then once he was upright, and then it was like, get in the pool as soon as possible. Yeah, like that's the goal.
I'm just questioning, like, the thing I feel that the both of them have in common is they think that they deserve somebody who they've created a picture of in their mind, right? Mm-hmm. And they think that person is a reflection of themselves.
Right.
Because they think so highly of themselves.
Yes.
Where she's like, I am so in shape. I am only deserving of a man who is equally as impressive physically as I am.
Correct.
And that's the thing that I don't like about it.
Right. Yeah. They both think that they're the catch.
Yes.
In the relationship.
And
Catch of
they're
the day.
constantly trying to make the other person see that.
Yes. To come to that realization. They also fight horribly. They fight so bad. It's not just disagreements that are happening. These are fights.
Mm-hmm.
Fights that are happening.
And it escalates so quickly.
It goes quick because they both try to out-lawyer each other, where there's an accusation that's presented. And then we go on the defense, where it's, Your Honor, clearly this is all fabricated because I have exhibits A through R about everything else that is in direct opposition of your claim. So it's just all of these things to combat. They're both very combative
and defensive.
Yes.
They instantly become defensive.
Oh, yes.
And then you find out they have a laundry list of things that they've been holding against the other person.
Right.
Which is not going to fare well. We've just met each other. And then we're finding out that this whole time while you've thought you've been having positive interactions, there's actually been something that's been upsetting you.
Yes. So that was like, well, I mean, they'll kind of bicker. Even just little things in the pool when he was asking, she was talking about how she's grown from previous relationships. And he was like, oh, in what ways? Like, what quantifiable ways do you have? What were your key performance indicators for growth? For growth. Please define growth as the comparison of the person that you used to be.
They both do talk in a way that, because she accuses him of speaking very clinically.
Yes.
And I'm like, you talk like you were in an HR meeting.
You do that too. So there's a lot of accusations that get lobbed in each direction where I'm like, that's you. You're talking
You're
about
guilty of the exact same thing.
And like, that's the energy that's being met because that's what's being brought. Like, you're both doing that to each other.
I don't know that either of them are really capable of having a casual conversation trying to get to know another person. Because they're always constantly trying to like frame their questions in a way that like is either trying to dig at something much deeper without being honest about what they're trying to ask, or they're trying to impress their intelligence upon the other person.
Right. Yeah.
They're both doing it.
There is no basis for them to just interact or enjoy each other's company. Like, there's none of that. None of that.
And that's what she's saying about like her past relationships and what they've been like. First of all, she didn't want to share that at one point.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm not talking about my past relationships.
He was like, oh,
I was like,
okay. Oh.
I understand that you're like not really happy with how it's going, but like you did marry this man. Like,
she didn't want to give him any
that is part
ammo.
of getting to know each other.
She knew it was just going to be used. Whatever you say can and will be used against you in the court of this law. And that's basically what's happening.
So she had a past relationship, which this was her first relationship ever when she was 17, and they were together for a really long time.
10 years.
And she was like, I outgrew him at some point. And I know it.
Around like year 5.
I was recognizing it.
Yeah, like halfway in the relationship. What?
She stayed in the relationship for 5 more years.
What?
And she is saying that like what he said to her was like, I need a simpler woman. You're too much for me. You're doing too much. You dream too big.
Do less.
That's not really what I'm looking for. So she is looking for somebody who doesn't feel eclipsed by her. And he is looking for somebody who doesn't feel eclipsed by him.
Kind of, in some ways. Also, he's like, oh, I just don't want to feel alone. It's lonely out here. So it's better to be with somebody who it's better to be with somebody
than to be alone.
Than to be completely forever alone. I think that's the main goal.
That was so weird because that conversation seemed like it went pretty well at the end because she liked that he expressed that he felt like he had a partner in life now.
Right.
And
well, that's how she heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded more desperate to me, but she was like, that's so endearing.
Yeah.
And what a compliment to me of being here. That's so nice.
But as usual with them.
Oh, it doesn't last.
We ping pong back and forth. They're hot and cold.
They're good.
All day long.
And then it's bad because then there was probably some other disagreements, some other unfilmed conversations that were going on. Because when they went to do a diary cam at one point, they start fighting on the diary cam. The diary cam ends up being an hour long, is what they were saying. Please release
her talking.
Please release the unedited hour-long diary cam so we can make our assessments as needed.
We need to watch it.
Post that on Peacock's website, wherever.
I will pay extra.
Add it as an extras in the bonus collection. I don't care where you put it. Yeah. I'll go watch it for the full hour just so I can get a read on these people and try to have a better understanding of what's going on. Because in this diary cam, it's just sprung on us that Nikki has decided, sex is off the table. We're not doing that as part of the experiment. Experiment's over.
But the problem that Sean has with it is that in the diary cam, she presents it as though they have made this decision together.
Correct.
And he's like,
we didn't talk about that.
We didn't have a discussion about it, and then we agreed on that. You set down the boundary of this is how you felt about it. And I was like, okay. If that's where you're at, then like, okay. But like you came to the decision before we ever discussed it.
We didn't reach that conclusion in arbitration.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Again, like, I don't want to say it's splitting hairs because I do think that it doesn't bode well for like, what are your other big decisions in your relationship going to go? Like, how's that going to go? If you skip a conversation where there could be maybe compromise.
Well, this is what I hate because it made me side with Sean.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Because these are the glimmers where sometimes you'll see Interview Sean. Interview Sean was good. When Sean was meeting with the experts and he was talking about stuff and it was like, okay, cool. Like, I can root for this guy. And then you saw Wedding Day Sean when he was interacting with Nikki and trying to be Rico suave and put the moves on her. And it was like, ugh. Don't do that. Don't do that because that's not working for you. That's not doing you any favors. And then every once in a while we see it's Interview Sean and it's good.
Well, I think unfortunately he's not wrong about everything.
He's not wrong about everything
because they're both toxic towards each other.
But I don't like when I do have to agree with him.
Yeah.
So that still makes me feel yucky. And then it was just, what did this lead to? Oh, intimacy and their needs. Was basically becomes a lot of the discussion. So then they have a little private pool conversation in their, like right outside the room here, where he needs physical touch. He needs her to rub his head, scratch his belly, smack his butt, like he needs these things.
Yeah.
These are just physical intimacy touch.
I was worried when he brought up, well, how do you take care of your partner's needs then? Because she was talking about like, her own needs.
Right.
And then turned it to that. And I was like, oh no, like I hope we don't go right back down the path of like escalating this sexually again.
Yes.
But then he said like, I like to have my head touched. And just like other types of intimate touch that are not necessarily sexual. But I think the minute he said your partner's needs, she went to a defensive position again.
Right.
Because it seems like he's trying to turn the conversation back towards having sex.
So then she jabs back and is like, well, it's hard to do those things when I'm not sexually attracted to you. And he goes, oh, well, this is the first time that I've heard that you're not sexually attracted to me. Mm-hmm. So that is new information for me.
Also, you're not the first woman to tell me that.
Right.
Thank you. So if you thought that was going to be the barb that was going to take me out.
Nice try. But yeah, good luck next time. Yeah. Because then
I've heard it from hundreds of women over the years.
There are dozens. So like he gets defensive then as the reaction, where then now he's like, oh, well then if you're not sexually attracted to me, why have we been kissing this whole time? You've been kissing me with your mouth full of food?
Well, he can't speak because her tongue is shoved down his throat.
Why you be kissing the way that we be kissing then? Huh? Like, what's the deal?
She does not have an answer.
And she's, well, I'm not kissing you out of pity. It's like an exploration thing. I'm trying something out. I'm trying to convince myself that I will eventually get feelings for you. because there's something that the experts saw between us. So I'm just going along with this.
See, I do feel like it's very confusing if you're him then.
Yes.
Where she is like hot and cold, where she's giving you the impression that there is some attraction there.
Right.
And then she's telling you, well, it's really more of an experiment from my standpoint because like I'm not attracted to you.
Yeah.
But maybe if I do the things that will happen, like it'll build.
That's what Courtney's afraid of. She's like, I don't want to make him think that we're there when I'm trying to just see if we are there. So that's what we're seeing happen in real time here.
I also find it very suspicious that none of this is happening on camera.
A lot of it, is not happening on camera. So that's interesting.
We only see a little peck here or there on camera.
This was the point where he was getting frustrated, where he was like, I wish we had sexual intimacy. I wish we had that stuff. And then I thought to myself, like just a flash in my eyes. I didn't want for it. It was an intrusive thought. I pictured them having sex. And the vision that came to me was alarming. Just in the way when he is saying, oh my God, I wish that we would have sex. I don't think this man would be able to handle her in a sexual realm. I think whatever she has bottled up right now, repressed sexual energy that she would unleash on him, he would be terrified. He would be a broken man.
I mean,
after
what do you
that.
think is going down?
I think she is like shoving panties in his mouth and like he can't breathe.
She's gagging him.
And
I think she's
like,
choking him.
I think there's a lot of choking. I think there's lack of oxygen for him.
Yeah.
And
but not in like a way where he's participating.
No.
It's just happening.
Like she can't come until he cries. Like I think that's where we're at. But and like every time. So then it's like, well, that's a lot. That's very exhausting. So I don't think this man
he's not
knows.
Prepared.
He's expecting the Lydia Plath missionary. We did it. Sexual
he's
experience.
A lot of candles, romance.
Yes. Yeah. The desire of it. And for her, it's more of a guttural, visceral experience that takes place instead. So I don't think they're on the same wavelength. And I think she knows that. She's like, I would break this man. Right?
Oh, I'm not sure that she knows that about herself. I think she's afraid to go there with him.
Okay.
Because she's not attracted to him.
Yeah. He's not worth the energy, basically, at this point.
Also, I do think she doesn't want us to know if they have sex. Like I predict this is a couple who maybe eventually it'll happen for them, even though it seems like it won't.
Or you find out at the tell-all where it's like, yeah, we had sex on the wedding night.
Right, and then they
like,
lied about it.
What?
Yeah.
What? No.
I feel the vibe.
Because then it's like, no, but then it can't be good. Like whatever sex they are having, if they're having sex, it's not good.
Well, I mean, there are people who are able
repressed.
to have sexual chemistry, but then they can't carry a conversation because they're ready to kill each other.
Well, that's what I'm saying is where it's like, I think that they are both very repressed. So any sex that they would have, it wouldn't be like their actual selves that are having sex. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So like
a lot of things come out in the bedroom for them.
I guess so. So a lot of stuff's coming out at the airport too, because we had Cameron and Michelle had a great travel experience. Between Nikki and Sean, not a great travel day because things were going okay at the airport, but once they got a couple drinks in them, then he calls her crazy. And he's like, I was just repeating what you said the other day. And she goes, I did not call myself crazy. I said, I'm a lot to handle. And he's like, yeah, you are. You're a lot to handle. You're crazy and you're a lot to handle. That was what you said. Remember?
I feel really torn about this because I need them to roll the footage.
I need to hear.
Which I know they don't have, but
I need to hear that.
I'm worried, like, is this a situation where he's trying to gaslight her?
I feel like he is gaslighting
where he
her.
most definitely said that she was crazy and meant it in a negative way.
Because
and now he's trying to spin it like, that's not how I meant it. I meant it like, you're crazy.
Right.
Like, you're fun.
I was saying like the situation is crazy, not that you're crazy. Feels like gaslighting. It definitely does. And the main reason for that is as soon as she catches him, because this is like two magicians performing for each other, where it's like, I know how you did that trick. Like, not impressed. Whatever.
I've done
what
that
else?
one before.
What else you got? You gonna pull a rabbit out of the hat next? Here we go. Like, they know like what the next move is. This is a game of chess between these two people. And she's like, every time we get into an argument, a disagreement, you go to war, we argue, we fight. And then as soon as I catch you on something, you want to just say, well, we can't keep fighting about this all day. So let's just put it to rest and kind of just move on and move past
conversation.
You shut it down so fast as soon as I find a footing to stand on in these arguments. So that's upsetting, because she called that out, where it was like, well, you're kind of gaslighting me here, and you were out of pocket calling me crazy. But he's not going to say, you're right, I'm sorry, I was out of line. He's going to say, well, we can't keep arguing about this all day. We need to move on to other things, so we should stop talking about it.
This isn't really that productive.
Let's resolve it. We need to work on a resolution right now instead.
I think the only hope I have for these two is that maybe over the course of this experiment, they will learn something about themselves that they can take into another relationship, only because the other person is so similar that, like, maybe they will finally realize, like, it'll click for them that they do a lot of these things too.
Who's there was an older couple last season where it was the lady with the space guy. He was really he was the space nerd.
Rhonda.
Big Rhonda. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like her, where she was great in the interview. And then as soon as you get Rhonda in a relationship.
Very bad. All downhill.
Oh, man. It's all that baggage. All that baggage from every past relationship that she brings right into it. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't think that there's hope for them together.
No, this is doomed. Doomed from the start.
Like you said, they don't argue well. And if you're already at that point and you just met, you don't even know enough about this other person that you have like ammo against them.
Right.
Wait until they have some history.
Yeah.
And then they can pull things that they've done to each other in the past as they start to argue about this stuff.
That's why she was already gray rocking him. She's like, I don't want to talk about my previous relationships. That's not good. Yeah. They seem to be like at the point now too, where she's like, I don't want to talk to you unless an expert's in the room. Because I don't think we're going to resolve this on our own.
She makes him move out of the bedroom because they just moved into the apartment.
He's like,
I just put my clothes in the closet. And she's like, we'll take them out.
Well, to be fair, he said, I'm going to have to come in the morning to take a shower and get ready and stuff.
Yeah.
And like grab some underwear and whatever. And she was like, can't you just grab it now? Because like, if you're just grabbing a pair of underwear, can't you just get that out of the bedroom now? So then if you do go in, because he was like, what, grab a shower now? And it's like, no, dummy. I'm saying grab your underwear now and then do the shower tomorrow.
Okay, I don't know if this is him, because this is a thing that like narcissists will do, where they want to invade your space. So they may do something like that. Or I don't know if he feels like she's so uncomfortable with his presence that he was trying to prepare her of like, okay, in the morning, I do have to come in here to take a shower and then get ready for the day.
Well, I think he was warning her. And then she was like, why don't you just grab your underwear now? So then that way.
And I was like, why? Because I think
you just go to the bathroom.
My personal opinion, I think that it was a lot to be like, I want to be exposed to you so little that if you could just take all your clothes and put them in whatever room you're going to stay in.
All your clothes, but like.
But whatever you're going to use tomorrow, I would prefer if like you literally only ran into the bathroom and the shower and then you left as fast as possible.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing to ask for. If that's what she needs. And it's like, I don't think I'm going to be less upset at you tomorrow morning. So
who knows? Because he brought Starbucks the other morning and suddenly everything was better.
Yeah. So that might fix it. Maybe.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Then they did have a better day after that.
Right.
So I guess he went to work. There was a change of heart.
Yep.
She allows
coffee,
him,
probably. Yeah.
She allows him to stay in the room that night.
Some hot coffee. It's a euphemism.
Yeah. She allows him to stay in their bed this night.
Right.
And then she
Upgrade.
starts questioning him about, first of all, she's trying to frame it like this is a good thing. I like that we don't use like our nighttime routine, the bathroom. We don't use the bathroom at the same time. That's something I really think is a positive. That's
been a pro for us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But also, why does it only take you 3 minutes to take a shower?
I timed you this morning and it was not long. But also, he did kind of an interesting maneuver before bed where he popped the shirt off and then he did like a full wipe down with, I don't know if it was a hand towel or washcloth, but he like scrubbed up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that he went. He bird bathed. But he went, I didn't like that it was pits first.
I did not catch any of this.
Oh, I clocked all of this. He went pits first. He went front to back, belly to back. Then he went head. Didn't like the order.
No.
I still say top to bottom and then pits last.
Why are you rubbing everything that was under your underarms all over your whole body?
That's the question, right? So there's still, maybe we found the source of if there is a smell, if that's what the implication is here.
She hasn't said that.
She didn't say that.
But she was questioning, like, if you're only in the shower for 3 minutes, how could you fully be washing your entire body?
Did you get everything? Here's the problem. Here's where it goes sideways. Is then he goes, yeah, I don't know about all this stuff with the soap and if it's really necessary to be doing all that every single day I'm worried about my pH levels and my, I don't think my skin needs all that. What?
Okay, here's the problem. A woman who you are sharing a bed with is expressing concern about how well you are bathing yourself. Like that may be an indication that you need to spend, maybe we double our time in the shower. Well, that's still under 10 minutes.
Well, this is what I'm saying, where I think we found if you're smelling armpit odor other places.
You think he's the smelly professor?
I think we found the source. If you're going to be bird bathing, starting with the pits, you're just spreading your armpit smell over your entire upper body now, including your head. Mm-hmm. So it's getting on the pillows.
Oh,
it's getting in the bed. It's on the sheets. It's everywhere. It's everywhere now. So this is my concern. Are we going to reframe that? Are they going to bring that up with the experts? I guess we'll have to see next time.
I did feel like it was a criticism that's very personal. Yeah. And unless you have a real thing to point to, like, are you just trying to criticize him for something?
Right. You're just trying to get at him, basically, at this point. You're kind of hitting him while he's down, too, a little bit, because he just got upgraded back to the bed from the couch. He hasn't really been, in the best mood and spirits, and then that's how you're going to bring that conversation up. It just seemed ill-timed.
My other worry is, like, are you that comfortable yet? Or will your 3-minute shower become even shorter?
Oh.
Once you guys are kind of used to each other. Because don't you think, like, the beginning of a relationship, you try to, like, make sure that you look good and you smell good.
Maybe that's why he was bird bathing before bed.
Maybe
that's the extra piece.
The approach wasn't.
But then that's the problem. It's actually a cause of a problem instead. He thinks he's mitigating something, but in fact, you're exacerbating the issue.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Our last couple for this week, Felipe and Tori.
We've got a pretty filthy read on them right now, except you were guessing that they were going to bang first night.
They didn't.
Yeah,
that was surprising to me.
And they didn't bang on the honeymoon at all either. So they took their time. They were getting to know each other. I think she probably would have. But the first day that they were there on the honeymoon, he was like, by the way, I'm a cheater.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, okay.
I do think that dried things up a little bit for her.
That's going to slow things down. We're going to take a couple steps back here now because all the red flags start flying around.
He can't help but to confess them all to her.
Yes. And it feels so good when I confess one and I just can't stop now.
It's a weight lifted off of me.
I've got commitment issues. And also, Yeah, I've cheated before. You mentioned that you've been cheated on in the past. I have also cheated on people in the past, but like, not you, obviously.
I would never cheat on you.
Not you.
You know what's funny about
committed.
it? I didn't even remember it.
Yeah.
Which horrifies her even more, rightfully so.
Yes. Because when he's telling her, like, the biggest relief is that I didn't even find out until 2 years after we broke up, I think. Something like that. And she's like, that's not good.
No.
Like, that's bad. That's worse.
The way the conversation progressed was also adding to how terrible it was. Because he starts out by saying he has commitment issues.
Yes.
And then he asks if she's religious.
Are you religious?
And he's bringing that up because, did he say he's an atheist?
Yes. He had to break the news to her that he is not religious.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, well, would you, like, are you okay with, like, babies being baptized and stuff? And he's like, sure, I guess. Whatever.
If it means that you're having my babies, I can come around to the idea.
You can dunk that kid in whatever you want, basically. I don't care.
No, so she's like, well, you know, my faith is very important to me because it's helped me through some of the hardest times of my life. Like when I was cheated on.
Oh, yeah. Funny you should mention that. In addition to my commitment issues. Also, definitely did some cheating.
I've done that, yeah.
Definitely did some cheating. Been on the cheating side of that. But again, sigh of relief because I didn't even know about it until 2 years after we broke up. When she told me.
She actually informed me that I cheated on her.
What?
Which I'm glad she did because otherwise we would have been having this conversation. I would have told you I never cheated on anybody.
I would have said I never cheated. And then that would have been a lie and I wouldn't have even known it. That's a total mind blow. Huh? Now we can really appreciate how trustworthy and honest I am.
That should have been the point where Tori was like, it's been nice knowing you.
She did have her face where she was, okay.
This is the beginning. He is trying to throw everything at her because he's like, I am so into her. I can't have her discover any of these things that typically are relationship enders for me.
That's what I did to you. Just trying to get rid of you. You just kept coming back. I was like, all right.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You were relentless.
I am the golden retriever.
You were relentless.
But he's not able to shake her yet.
No.
He doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
That's not his goal. He's just trying to put all this out in front of her. So then when he does ultimately disappoint her, he can say, I told you. I was a douchebag.
I warned you. I gave you a heads up about that.
I'm a deadbeat. I told you all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is his way of already pinning it on her for your bad judgment was you should have left me the day I told you that I cheated on my girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's on you.
That was pretty bad because it's pretty clear that cheating is typically a no-go for her because she tells the story about how when she got cheated on, she had been with this guy for a while.
Yeah.
And he cheated on her with a girl who was a similar age to her sister, so younger. And she ended up bonding with the girl.
I felt bad for this girl because then it was like, oh my God, yeah, finding out the way that her boyfriend was treating this girl was horrible. And she was like, oh my God, if anybody was treating my sister like that, I would feel so terrible. So she was so upset. Her boyfriend was out of town. She had dropped him off at the airport. That was when she got the hey girly DM from this side chick. They bond. They go to the bar. They have a drink. She hears all the details about what's going on, immediately rents a U-Haul and packs up all this dude's stuff. He's out the next day, like without even knowing. He's still out of town. So that's why I said, she's a doer. Tori is a doer. She's a go-getter. Mm-hmm. She's going,
and when she's done, she's done.
Yo.
That's going to be a big problem for Felipe.
Yeah.
Because Felipe is ultimately going to do something that makes her be like, that's it for me. There's no coming back from it. I think I'm gone.
Felipe doesn't know that this is a one shot. This is one single screw up. And then Tori's never going to trust you ever again. I don't think he fully realizes.
He's used to begging for multiple chances.
Yeah, and it usually works. He weasels his way back in. And I think he prides himself on that. Even when he was saying that he cheated, and then when he was like finding out later, he's like, I felt horrible about it. He was smirking and laughing while explaining this to Tori. Was he uncomfortable? Was that just he felt awkward? He was nervous.
He gives weasel energy.
I think he loves it. He loves that this is something that he was able to talk his way out of. Oh, she didn't even find out about it for this long. And then,
I hid it for 2 years.
Yeah, I'm really good at this. So it was like I read it as it was like a prideful thing.
Yeah.
Like he
I
was
almost
impressed.
didn't even get caught.
Yeah, and I would have got away with it
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't for those pesky kids. So a little bit of that, right? A little bit.
Then they go to dinner another night,
Mhm.
and he has flowers delivered to the table.
Right.
So she's clutching this bouquet, and then he starts talking to her about living together and how, I'm glad you have your flowers now. Just so you know, living together is going to be very challenging.
It's going to be very difficult for you. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. Honestly.
I'm not going to lie. I've gotten a lot of complaints in the past. If you saw my apartment right now, scale of like 1 to 10 on the messy scale, I'm going to say a 5.
What does that mean? Well, he said on a scale of 10 being hoarders and 1 being like immaculate, spotless, he's a 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very wide scale, and that's putting you in like the completely normal average range. I don't
believe him. Yeah.
I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah, no, this is going to be,
trust it.
This is not going to be good.
No.
This is going to be like living in a frat house.
The fact that you're warning me about it ahead of time tells me everything I need to know.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That you're having me brace myself for multiple days before we go and walk through the hazmat area that you live in. Yeah. That's a cause for concern.
I think he's peeing in the sinks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like Bill's dad on
Yeah,
Big Love.
Bill's dad on Big Love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It's going to be a sight that horrifies her. And like you said,
It's going to be frat house, yeah.
he feels the need to prepare her for it, so it has to be bad. But don't worry, because when I'm in a relationship, I'm a much better person. Like I'm cleaner, I take care of my place more. So like you're probably not going to have to worry about that. I'm just telling you in advance because I want to be fully transparent so that then you think I never lie to you because I always tell you when something's wrong.
Right. I'm building trust here.
Yeah.
We're going to keep facilitating that and building upon that. Also, yeah, like the mindset that's on display for that of, oh, I don't take care of anything when it's just me. But if there's a special lady in my life, I turn things around.
Yeah. I go out of my way to be a person that I'm not naturally.
Yeah. Yeah. I work extra hard at that until the facade breaks. And then I just revert back to my boyish ways. So that's the part that he left off on that admission. He didn't say that other
Eventually,
part.
I'll revert back to my real personality.
Yeah. Eventually. I always revert back to that state of my Peter Pan boyishness.
This was another red flag that she missed.
She missed it.
Or she's not saying much.
Are they like they're like bouncing off her lip or something. Something's happening. Or they're bouncing off of his lip. He has a very Freddie Mercury set going on too.
He does. Yeah. They both have insane lips.
Their lips together. And his, I believe, are natural. I don't think he's, injecting things at the rate that Tori is.
You can tell
into her lips.
There's a visible difference
into
the
his
composition
lips.
of the lips.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got a very Freddie Mercury mouth with the mustache and the mouth, and then the teeth a little bit.
Yeah.
It's giving Freddie
You're
Mercury.
not wrong.
So, and the hair too, a little bit. Just saying, just throwing that out there. Just going to throw that out there into the world. See what happens. But Tori's not getting these messages. She's not getting these red flags. And she's just doubling down where she's like, I will fight against every instinct in my body to run away from this man. And I will trust you. I will continue to trust you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Big mistake.
I think it is. It's going to take one and then the trust is gone. And I don't think it's ever coming
That's what I'm saying. I do think she is clocking these things.
Yes.
But she is reserving those things for later.
Yeah.
That way, when you can say all you want, but when you make your first move and you mess up, I'm remembering all these other things you've told me.
Right.
And that will be it for me.
It's going to unravel. So I don't think she's going to put up with any shenanigans for too long.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was worried. Is she a sunk cost girly?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be a one and done. And I think it's a one and done is what it's seeming like.
We'll see if she can resist the urge to fix him.
Right. Yeah, because that is tempting. It is something that she's still working on. And that's something that she struggles with. They do still have some bonding moments at these conversations. A lot of substances for them because they're doing a wine tasting when they're back home. And she's admitting to, I don't really share hard things or like deep emotional states that I'm in. She's kind of doing the compartmentalization stuff too. A little bit like what Courtney was stuffing stuff down or like avoiding the emotions. Tori puts them in a box and then like continues on. So she's compartmentalizing.
This is a trauma response.
Yes, ma'am.
Hyper independence. I can't rely on anybody. I don't have anybody to go to when I have problems of my own. So I just keep those all to myself. Because
why would I express my emotions to somebody else? Because I'm the one who's supposed to carry everybody else's emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
And he was like, that's terrible.
That's not great.
Because she's talking about how her mom had cancer.
Yeah.
And she like pretty much didn't really tell anybody about it.
Right.
And she's like, I did what I normally do. I like prayed. I went to the gym. That's how I worked out my feelings and frustrations. But I didn't have another person that I could talk to about it.
And Felipe's like, I would have lost my mind. If my mom came and told me that she had cancer, I wouldn't be able to hold it together at all. I'd be on a bender so fucking fast. It's like, we know.
It's just another way that I don't think that these two are compatible because she is going to have to get beyond this. Like, how are you going to be in a relationship and have a partner and you don't feel like you can rely on your partner like emotionally or to help you navigate difficult things?
She's trying to see this as a positive. Felipe kind of wears his heart on his sleeve. Mm-hmm. He's very transparent. He's very open about everything that he's experiencing. Right now, that's okay because most of what he's experiencing is good. So when he starts to experience bad stuff and then it's just bad all the time, I don't know how she's going to deal with that.
Well, I think she's going to learn like she doesn't want to burden a partner with anything, but then the partner that she now has will always burden her with his things.
Okay. Well, I think that is her natural state where she's like, oh, do you have a bunch of stuff that you need to unload? Dump it on me. Because like that's what she's been doing her whole life is what it was sounding like. So that's
not healthy.
That's not looking good.
So many people on the show just need to go to therapy by themselves.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to see their expert session yet. Instead, they move into their apartment and then they bang. She's got a really cute dog though.
Yes.
Very cute dog.
Yeah.
So I'm on board with that. But the banging that took place, we don't know because they didn't have cameras in the bedroom.
Well, okay, thank God.
Took 2 hours though, so
this is.
It was a marathon sesh, I guess, a little bit. I had some time. Well, I don't know how much time actually took place for what was going on.
We don't know.
Right.
She ran out of there is the impression we get, though. Or
she waited until he fell asleep.
She waited until he cried himself to sleep.
Right, yeah.
Because Felipe this whole time has been like, I am unworthy of you. You are so hot. You shouldn't be with me.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I think that's probably what happened after they had sex. She's not telling us all of the story.
Right, we didn't get the nitty-gritty details.
Because she's overcome by a bunch of emotions. It's a flood of emotions that tell her, run.
Yes. Yes.
She goes straight into fight or flight, and she chooses flight.
That is the compounding result of the past week, where you have stuffed all that stuff aside and ignored every single instinct that has come knocking on your door.
He has told you who he is, and you have chosen to pretend that these things are not applicable.
Do you think he finished in like 3 pumps and then immediately went to sleep, and then she was like, this was a huge mistake? And then she had to wait a couple hours to then sneak out to the couch.
Oh yeah, I do think she had to lay there for a while until he drifted off to sleep, and then she was like, "Okay, now he won't."
That's what I'm saying. Is like
realize that I left
within 10 minutes. That was start to finish for everything that took place, and then he was asleep.
The rest of it was just making sure he's definitely not going to wake up.
Making sure he's definitely not going to wake up, and then also she was already plotting 45 different ways of how I'm going to move out of the apartment. Mm-hmm. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's where I'm going to go. Here's this. Like, and then she's like, wait. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I'm just going to go sleep on the couch for tonight. I think I might be having a reaction. Here.
Again, that was our instinct.
Yeah.
We should be listening to it.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be good. He keeps love bombing her too, which he's like, I'm trying not to do that because I've done it in past relationships, but he is. That's what he did with the sending the flowers at dinner.
Yeah.
And continually telling her how great she is. Like he's inflating her ego.
To an extent, yeah, I think it's the at his own expense too, because it's like, I don't know how I'm so lucky to be with you and like you're so great.
Yeah.
But I think it is building her up in all these ways. So then that way, when he inevitably lets her down, then it's going to be his way to weasel back in. Mm. I think this is weasel groundwork, is everything that we've seen so far from Felipe.
Next time on, we're going to have 3 more episodes dropping.
Oh, God.
Shocking discoveries are made as the couples reunite for a group dinner. This looks amazing because we have the experts in a green room watching them have this dinner together.
And listening. They have the earpiece in for the microphones. So they're going to be able to see and hear everything that's going on at this the couple's dinner, the shared thing. They think that they're just getting together with the other couples, but in fact, the experts are listening.
Observed. Love it.
I like it.
Then the couples confront hot topics like intimacy and finances, and for some, romantic sparks fly.
Okay. Do you think Courtney and Nick are finally going to get to doing some stuff?
Maybe. I think that there were some indications in this episode where they have similar interests.
Yes.
And I think if she can learn to relax and he can come out of his shell a little bit, that they may have a good time with each other for a little while.
I think they'll do better. They'll do better in real life than they did in vacation. She's not built for vacation mode, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And truths emerge in the first group session as experts help the couples confront their struggles.
This looked wild to me because I think, was that the group session or was that the group dinner? One of the group
this is
previews.
Group therapy.
Okay, one of the group sessions, whatever, group previews that was at the end of this was like the couples going at each other, where Adam's asking people why they haven't broken up yet. It was a lot of just like gotcha sort of questions cut together, so we don't really know who they were asking as the who they were directing these questions at or anything, but that looks like it's going to be good. There's going to be a whole lot of conversation from that, and I'm really excited to see how that plays out.
I like that the couples are going to comment on each other's relationships in front of the experts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's going to be wild.
Well, if you're enjoying our recaps, please leave us a 5-star review, share the episode with a friend, mention it on a message board. What year is it? It's
Put it on Tumblr.
1999.
Put it on Tumblr, guys. Get us out there on Tumblr.
Just talk about it. Let other people know that you're enjoying our recaps. And if you want more content, you can join us over at our Patreon, patreon.com/survivingpod, where you can get bonus episodes. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, those bonus episodes are also on here. All you have to do is click the subscribe button for the bonus episodes.
There you go.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.